What's going on, guys? How are you doing today? What I have for you today in this video is I want to discuss with you guys about why the battery in the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 is smaller than the one that's in the S8 Plus. Now, the S8 Plus featured like a 3500 milliamp hour battery, whereas the Note 8 only features a 3300 milliamp hour battery. And now people were contemplating why was this the case, and there was a recent article that I read, which the link will be in the description below. Definitely give that a read. People were speculating that it could be due to the fact that while Samsung was installing components inside the Note 8 itself, that there wasn't any room left to put a bigger battery in there. But apparently Samsung's reasoning for doing this is because the Note 8 was able to enhance battery efficiency by 30% due to the 10 nanometer processor that's installed within this device. Could this be the case? There are a few different methods that Samsung did in the past because they felt at a point that the battery was reliable enough that they were able to make some drastic changes. For instance, since the Note 5, all the batteries started to become built-in, meaning that they were not removable like in my Note 4 over here. The battery was removable back then by just popping off the back, and then revealed is your battery inside. That's pretty much about it. But since the Note 5, the battery was built in, therefore they are not removable, and if you need a new battery, you either have to take it to a store with a certified technician that is able to replace the battery, or obviously you can try to attempt to do it yourself. Otherwise, worst case scenario is you'll wind up having to buy a completely brand new phone. Obviously, that option right there is not what people want to go through, but other than that, these were the few reasons that I've heard on why Samsung inserted a smaller battery within the Galaxy Note 8. And what do I think about this? Well, I mean, in terms of enhancing battery efficiency by 30%, that might be the case, but the problem is batteries depleted at some point after a total number of charges. I mean, my Note 4, I'm on my second battery right now, so hopefully the newer phones don't have this issue occur drastically quick. I mean, so far I'm seeing these batteries last for about a year, which is very concerning for me, whereas compared to Apple's devices and the Apple iPhone, batteries can last for like maybe a few years or so. I don't know how these Samsung batteries were lasting like about a year, but the benefit that I had was I'm able to swap the battery easily without having to take my whole entire phone apart, or at least part of it apart. And with the newer phones right now, I just hope the batteries do last long enough. But another side note to that is, in order for your battery to last long, you also have to charge your device properly. And the unfortunate part is that's not the case with everybody. You know, everybody charges their phone every night. There are some people that will charge like every few days or so. That's what I'm trying to do with my Note 4 right now. Is basically the most I can keep my battery lasted is up to 2 days. After every 2 days, charge it again. After every 2 days, charge it again. Unless if there's one particular day where I know I'm going to be using my phone all day long, keep using it until the battery is completely dead at 0%, and for it to shut off on its own, then I plug it up to the charger and just let it sit there. And of course, once in a while, I'll do cycle charges, or at least that's what they call it, where it's like after your phone's completely dead, leave it charging for 12 hours straight. Now, in certain scenarios, some people are not able to do that, so unfortunately, that's how the batteries deplete very quickly. I'm not 100% sure if this enhancing by 31% is going to work completely, maybe just slightly, but we'll have to see how the phone handles consuming battery life, depending on how many applications that you have open. And the problem is, because that Android is an open source platform, the way manufacturers implement their skins of Android onto their devices will also impact the operating system on how it handles data, and how it handles like applications running, how it handles the performance, and because of that, it'll also affect battery life as well. So I mean, other than that, the reasonings for Samsung implementing a smaller battery into the Note 8 is beyond me. We're not 100% sure what the set reasoning is for this. Hopefully, the battery that they had in there will keep you guys lasted at least all day long, and then you would just have to charge it at the end of the day. That's what my hope is, because the Note 4, when I first got it, battery life was amazing, even on the first battery, and then all of a sudden, as it started to deplete it, then I replaced the battery and then re-wiped my phone. Battery life was perfect, and went back to how it was on day one. And then with the second battery, I did the same thing. Got the battery, then wiped my phone, started using it. Battery life was awesome. Because one thing that I did notice that the battery was depleting was when I'm at like 5%, for example, or 9%. Then the thing would just shut off on its own. Bad battery right there. So that's one way I can tell that a battery is fully depleted. And not 100% sure if built-in batteries are always like this, because the only devices that I have good luck on with built-in batteries is the iPhone. With my Note 4 having removable battery capabilities, I'm on my second battery already, so it's like I'm buying batteries like once a year, just to have a good, long-lasting battery life on my phone. So hopefully the Note 8 fixes that, because if that's the case, then I would have to say that the only time battery efficiency is enhanced is with built-in batteries, but with removable batteries, that's not the case. So what do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? What do you think was the set reasoning for the Note 8 to have a smaller battery? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check out the description below for my social media links, Twitter, Instagram. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.